I have a story to share with you guys today, which is weird. Fala galera, tudo bem com vocês? Meu nome é Nienke, seja bem-vindo a mais um vídeo no meu canal. So if my voice sounds a little raspy, that's because I just got a little better. I just come back, like I'm at home, I just come back from my trip to Brazil, which was amazing. So to start off this story, let me just go ahead and get started with my story. I'm cozy, I'm wearing a sweater, I have my pajamas on, and I have this microphone. So this is going to be a story time about the time I probably had dengue. So you guys know, if you follow me on my Instagram, I posted some pictures about having weird red spots all over my body. And I've never really done an explanation about what this was or like how I felt. So I decided, you know what? I'm here to do a story time about what happened because it was crazy, guys. I have never experienced so much pain in my life. What is dengue? Dengue fever is a mosquito-borne illness that occurs in tropical and subtropical areas of the world. Dengue is a viral infection transmitted to humans through the bite of infected mosquitoes. I arrived in Brazil and I stayed at my friend's house, at Ricardinho's house, for a couple days. So I'm getting into the shower and I feel this weird pain in my, I don't know the word in English for this. I think it's called lymphonodos. In Holland, we say lymfeklieren. For those of you who don't know, lymphs, they take care of your immune system. So when something is going on in your body, this will swell, like they will. And the moment I realized that they were swollen, the worse it got. Like I got bad to worse to like pretty bad. Like, my God. My lymphs were so swollen. I have a picture. You could see them like from just with your eye, like looking at it. They were just like, so I like tried to figure out what it was. Little side information, I was having a bladder infection at the time. So I was taking antibiotics. So maybe like something was going on in my body. Like, I don't know. I was just very confused as to why they were so swollen and painful. So I found out that ibuprofen helps. Like it cured the pain. I was good for the day. I could just do my normal job, but I needed the ibuprofen because if I didn't take it, I would pass out. So the next day comes around. I have my interview at Inteligência, the podcast, which was amazing. If you haven't seen it, it was great. A lot of you probably didn't see this, but halfway through that interview, my painkiller stopped working. And because I was like very excited to be there, the adrenaline was rushing, I was speaking in Portuguese, I was kind of like, you know, with adrenaline, so I didn't feel the pain. But the moment they stopped that podcast, I was in the worst pain I have ever experienced in my life. This was a kind of pain that I was like, I don't know which way to go. So I come home and I take this huge ice block and I put it like on my lymphs to make it like numb, you know, because the cool numbs the pain a little bit, so which helps. I fell asleep. Thank God I fell asleep. So I wake up at like 6 a.m. because I was kind of in this jet lag still. And I wake up and the first thing that I do is like, am I in pain? Like, do I have any pain somewhere? Like, please. And I wake up and I realize like, so far, so good. Not a lot of pain. Like just a little sore if I press on it, but not as bad as it was yesterday. Am I being saved? So I fall asleep because I'm like, thank you, Lord, let me sleep. And I fall asleep again and I wake up like 8 and I'm on my phone scrolling, just happy that I'm not with this pain anymore. And I started like itching on my face and my arms and my leg. And I was like, why do I have this itchy sensation? You know, like why am I having itch all over my body? And I opened the blind to look on my skin, and I swear to God, I'm covered in red spots. And I'm like looking at my hands like, what? So I go to the living room. I've never been so shocked to see myself in the mirror. Like I've been through some stuff, like I've been sunburned really bad, like I'm allergic to mosquitoes, so I swell, but this is something I have never seen before. My face is covered in red spots. Like it's not just my face, it's my neck, it's my arm, it's my chest, it's my hands, it's everywhere. And this was just the beginning. Like, just a reminder, this was not even the peak. So I wake up my mom, like I call her and I'm like, we have a problem. I'm covered in red spots. And she's like, it's probably an allergic reaction to that antibiotic you take. And I'm like, are you you sure? The moment I started noticing these dots, the more they got. There's a picture. I took this picture at like noon, I think, and this was the highlight. This was the absolute worst of the dots. As you can see on my face, there was no skin left. It was just red. So it started over here, and then it turned to my stomach, to my legs, even underneath my feet. I had like these red spots. I was covered in red spots, and I felt so bad. I was tired, very tired, because my body was like fighting this virus. Texting my boyfriend like, please don't break up with me. This will get better. This girl is on fire. That's what I felt like. I felt like I was severely sunburned. Scheduled an appointment for the next day with the doctor. So I just had to like wait it out, like just relax. And honestly, I've never felt more ugly in my entire life. I have pictures on my phone that won't ever reach the daylight because no one can ever see them. So at like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I decided to order some food, and I look in the mirror and it's going the right direction. Like I'm still spotty, like I'm still like. So the next day we visit the doctor, which was very important. And she is a doctor that was like specialized in the lymphs. And she started feeling my lymphs like this, and she looked at me and she was like, oh, I'm like, I know. So she tells me that it was probably not an allergic reaction because, you know, of the spots and the lymphs. Like the lymphs are for your immune system. So if it's an allergic reaction, they will not swell. It has not been confirmed. She's just sharing the options. Like this could be dengue. Like this is like you didn't have fever, but you were sick and you were in a lot of pain and you had the spots, which like, you know, it kind of like evens out. So we don't know yet what it was. This was an experience I thought I needed to share with you guys, my dengue experience. If you ever had dengue or anything, let me know in the comments down below, because how was your experience? Did you also have like the lymphs? Did you also have a lot of pain? Did you have any other viruses? Obviously, if you're comfortable sharing that, I would love to read it in the comments because I felt absolutely miserable. Thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys. Eu amo vocês demais. And I'll keep you guys posted about this whole situation. Okay? This was great. Beijo!